Peace and love, chosen ones. I hope your week has been going well, and I hope you all are doing well. There's a lot of chaos on the earth right now, but we can raise the vibrations as a collective, and we're going to go ahead and do a collective Kundalini check. And at the base of the spine, we have Capricorn and Aquarius, both ruled by Saturn. Capricorns, you're leading the way right now as Saturn is teaching you the lessons about how the light can endure and ascend after periods of hard times and hardships. For example, like the winter solstice. And during the winter solstice, this is a time where the sun goes through its darkest period and then rises again. And you're learning these lessons so you can share with us. So your job is to remind us that during these times of hardships and hard times and harsh conditions of the winter, that we still have a light at the base of our spine that can be raised. Now, you've been named team captain because you have so much energy, and with all of this energy comes much responsibility. So your fortune comes for you when you lead with a plan, with love, and with tenacity. Your leadership skills will be tested this week, whether you're pursuing a career or working with others. So the test for you will be to stay grounded as you lead us all up this mountain. Aquarius, you're next in line, and right now it's time for you to get your priorities in order. And Saturn is teaching you the lesson of maturity and growth with yourself and with others. Why? Well, because your issues isn't the group necessarily, it's the individuals in the group. But the question is, will you allow them to stagnate this energy? I mean, if so, then this will not only affect you, but it will throw all of us off. You have life-altering circumstances about to happen this week, for good or for better, or for worse, that will impact not only your survival, but your survival techniques. So if you've been loose with finances or slacking on the plan, now is the time to sober up, because life is about to get a little more colder, but your survival methods will make all the difference. So remember, you pour a lot into others, so it's okay to pour into yourself. So moving up the spine, next we have the sacral chakra with Pisces and Sagittarius, ruled by Jupiter. Pisces, Jupiter is teaching you the lesson of seeing who your true friends are versus asking yourself, are you a true friend yourself? And this week is going to be a week of major changes for you, especially in relationships. So you definitely want to take into consideration that Jupiter will be coming home. And when Jupiter comes home to your sign, he's going to be bearing a lot of gifts. Those gifts of confidence and vision and higher aspirations. We all will be learning how you handle all these gifts coming your way. So your test will be not to slack off once more fortune comes, because different realms will be aligning for you and your confidence will be contagious. So with all this abundance, you have to channel where you'll use it so that you won't swim in the opposite direction of your life path. Sagittarius, Jupiter is teaching you a lot of lessons about how your actions breed comfortability and how those actions can actually become habits. And so at this time, you're taking a lot of action, learning a lot of different things from sports, coaching, teaching, law, many different subjects that may seem right, but the question is, are they right for you? Now, you've shown us all how to take shots at things we truly desire. So don't forget what you've just taught us as you're in pursuit of your target. Your test will be getting out of the habits of the past as you venture into the new, so that you can preserve some of those arrows that you have in your quiver. Alright, moving up the spine to the solar plexus, we have Scorpio and Aries, both ruled by Mars. Scorpio, Mars is teaching you the lessons of how your will comes from the things that you learn. And the things that you learn comes from your experiences. So as you go through life, you have to develop more strategy. Using your stinger in every situation won't work. So you have to learn how to truly channel what you truly desire so that you don't waste your stinger and your energy along the journey. Your test will be not to do what's natural to you and sting your way through every circumstance. So show us how to ascend our tendency to crawl so that we can fly. Aries, you're learning the lessons of healing your wounds and not going backwards. You learned a lot of different lessons associated with business, trade, associates, and personal issues, but you decided now to not look backwards. You decided not to be a victim and take full responsibility, and we're proud of you because this will make you a better warrior for the fight ahead. Mars is teaching you that your greatest weapon at this time is your will, and that is the will to learn. So explore the different opportunities to you so that you can show us all how to impose our will on the hardships of life. Moving up the spine to the heart chakra, we have Taurus and Libra, both ruled by Venus. Taurus, Venus is teaching you the lessons of appreciating the resources that you have and becoming more tenacious about how you protect those resources. So while there's a lot of disturbances and earthquakes occurring on this earth, there's also a lot of earthquakes taking place within your earth. So you can't plant the seed deep until there's balance. So your test is to invest in and be loyal to self while prioritizing the resources available to you at this time. We can't see the true beauty of the goal if the foundation is faulty. So show us how to remain put until the earthquakes are over. Libra, Venus is teaching you about self-love and authority. And at this time, you're seeking closure and completion within your career. And in order for there to be completion, there needs to be harmony. So what is harmony? Harmony has both chaos and order present at the same time. So here's where you can adjust the scales to see where you need to add one or the other to the scales to create more harmony within relationships, business, trade, dealing with alleged authority, or in your career. Your test is about uniting, but not just uniting with anyone, uniting with those that will help the scales to balance out. So show us how to adjust our dealings with others to move this energy upwards. Moving up the spine to the throat chakra, we have Virgo and Gemini, both ruled by Mercury. Virgo, Mercury is fast, quick, and very elusive, but it's teaching you the lesson of commitment. The type of commitment is long-term. Now that you know what you desire to commit to, now is the time to take what you've harvested and redistribute it. So when it comes to those ideas or artistic expressions, you can share them for an exchange or profit. Your test is to express what you think the value of the things you produce to the world are. Remember, be careful of how you express it though, because you can have at this time a tendency to take on a cold nature. Gemini, you have your hands in multiple pots with your mind in multiple places, so juggling all of this mental energy can be a challenge. Mercury is teaching you the need and necessity to be grounded from all this mental flight. You get stimulation from many activities, many sets of friends, relationships, and groups, and now you're being called to share your wit and intelligence with all of them. Your test will be to know when to speak versus when to intently listen. So show us how to effectively communicate and express our thoughts. Moving up the spine to the brow chakra, we have Cancer and Leo, ruled by the moon and the sun. Cancer, your subconscious is filled with the memories of relationships and opportunities from the past. At this time, the moon is pulling on your needs for relationships and ones that can build stability within finances. The self-image in your career is actually affecting your desires for relationships at this time. So your perception of this person can be a challenge. Your relationships will be formed based off of your foundations from your subconscious mind. So your test is to perceive what is reality versus what is an illusion. And that is even dealing in your career, the way you portray yourself in the public's eye, or even in home, the home of your mind. That's if you act on your desire to partner with someone, that is. So teach us how to be intuitive with our perception of what is and what isn't. Leo, the sun is far away from your sign at this time, so you can have a tendency to be lackadaisical or sleepy. And the sun is also teaching you that you have to really be careful and choose what you're going to decide to go after and hunt, because it's winter. And with it being winter, you don't want to expend too much energy when resources are limited and hard to come by. So you have to ask yourself, what is actually worthwhile? And once you discover that, link with other lions to form your pride, meaning people you can stick together with during the winter. Winter being the harsh and hard, tough conditions that you face. Your test will be to get in tune with the sun and nature so that you can survive this winter. So lead the way and show us how to preserve our energy in pursuit of our prey. Now we've reached the top, where we have Sigitolo, also known as Sirius, giving us more jewels for our crown to hone in on our ambitions. So as we devote ourselves to cleansing and clearing out our past hurts stored in our subconscious, this planet will expand its rays and give us more passion to accomplish and achieve our goals. So all of the houses of power at the angles are squaring, creating enough friction to help you start the process. But it's up to you to finish it. Now let's shift gears and look ahead to the remainder of this week. So on Tuesday, day ruled by Mars. This is a day where action should be taken in the form of socializing and networking. So you're going to want to switch things up from all the hard labor, planning, passion, and will you've been putting into your endeavors, because you have the moon in Libra, and it'll be aspect in Mercury, Venus, and Pluto in Capricorn. Plus, you have Jupiter moving into Pisces, and Jupiter loves to be home, and this is going to be a time of expansion and happiness. So put it like this. When you've been on vacation for a long time and you finally get to come home, you make it home, you got your luggage and your bags, and you enter your house and you just leave everything at the door because you're going to be so happy and just want to jet to the fridge. Well, I know at least I do. So you're going to go to your favorite place in the house, and that's what Jupiter returning home is like. So moving forward, Wednesday ruled by Mercury is all about the lessons of change, and change will be highlighted on this day. This is going to be a day where Mercury begins to be conjunct to Venus, and you can start off on a great note. When this happens, you can be discussing the long-term goals and long-term plans, but then the friction will come when the moon in Scorpio, Uranus in Taurus, and Saturn in Aquarius all will be squaring off in fixed signs. So you're not going to want to see eye to eye on the progression of the project at hand, because some people will be holding on to what worked, knowing that things have to change, while others will be focused on bringing the new in, forgetting about the need for foundation. But you'll get it done, because where people want to hold on to the old and be slow to progress things and, slow to progression, Mars will come and bring youthful energy to get things moving to completion. On Thursday, a day ruled by Jupiter, this is where people are going to want to get out early and begin to party early. The moon is in Scorpio, and it'll be sextiling Venus, Mercury, and Pluto in Capricorn. So this is a spirit of fun filled with partying, and this all will take over on that day. On Friday, a day ruled by Venus, you have the moon and Mars will be conjunct in Sagittarius, bringing the energy of eagerness and readiness for completion, but you're still going to have to be dealing with that partying spirit. And on Saturday, this is where you have the fiscal new year. And the fiscal new year is not the new year, it's a new year, because only fools will start a new year in a dead season, the winter. And this marks the fiscal new year of the fall of the Moors in 1492, from January 1st through the 6th. And we close out this week on Sunday with a new moon. We cap off this week with a new moon and an opportunity to prepare the soul for the time ahead. Alright, well, that brings this video to a close, and I hope you were able to take something productive away from this, and that you have more clarity about your role in the Ascension process this week. And don't forget to work on your specific task, and I hope this was beneficial to you all. Thank you all for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And if you want to support the channel, the descriptions will be below in the description box. And remember, I hope that your soul finds satisfaction. In other words, Hotep, and peace and love.